YouTube, this is Warrior Custom Figures again, back with another Doctor Who custom figure review. In this case I have not one, not two, but 4 Doctor Who customs, all based around Big Finish, whether they be companions, doctors or even villains. All of which are based around the promotional material and pictures of the actors I've seen from the cast of the Big Finish audios. Now, if you were to search up Doctor Who Big Finish custom figures online, the most results you'll find is one variation of the costume Paul McGann wears in Dark Eyes. And I thought that would be the best place to start. The base figure was a Series 1 Primeval Nick Cutter figure. As you can see, the first thing I did was remove the head of the Cutter figure. Then I took the alternate head from the War Doctor figure, that being the Paul McGann head sculpt that was for some reason included with the War Doctor. Yeah, I'm still confused on why that was featured. But anyway, given that this has a plug socket, I took a barbecue skewer, cut it down, covered it in milliput, then glued it into the gap where the head was. If any of you have seen my 2 videos on my 12th Doctor customs, you'll know this process. So I coated it with enough milliput until the head would fit around snugly and tightly. Like so. Given how small the lapels are on this jacket, I had to sculpt my own versions of the lapels on here, because if you look at the picture of the actual jacket, they're much bigger than this. Which also meant taking more milliput and adding the seam of the coat down there. Then I took some more milliput and added the gold buttons, because as you can see here, this jacket only has 3, while the original jacket is meant to have 6. The next step was just a simple repaint. I painted the inner shirt white, the whole jacket a dark blue, along with the gold buttons. Then I painted the legs blue in order to show that he was wearing jeans, and then painted the shoes a brown colour in order to match the shoes they wears in the promotional pics. Next I moved on to a sonic screwdriver. This was basically just a 4th Doctor sonic screwdriver that I covered in milliput. I covered it in milliput here. I then took a sculpting tool and made the lines. I then sculpted the crystal part here, along with the pieces around it, all out of milliput. I painted the claw bits, along with the rest of the screwdriver, a bronze colour, and the crystal a dark blue, which was the same blue I painted the jacket. No satchel with this figure, I'm afraid, because, well, I did have the Collar Temple figure that had a satchel, but I lost it. But in any case, I feel the figure is fun enough without anyway, and with that said, here is my Dark Eyes Paul McGann figure. Moving on, what Doctor would not be complete without a companion? In the case of Big Finish, let's start off with my favourite of the Big Finish companions, Lucy Miller. The base figure was a Series 2 Rose Tyler figure. As you can see, the first thing I'd done was remove the hair of the figure. Then I moved on to removing the blouse she was wearing. All I did was put the figure in some boiling water, wait until it was soft enough, and then peeled off the PVC pieces, that being the blouse and the hair. The rest of the work was just simple sculpting and painting. As you can see, I sculpted the lapels of her jacket, which goes all the way around to the back to make the collar. I then filled in the gaps of the figure, because in order to connect the PVC piece to the figure, the blouse had a peg that was slotted into there and that was then glued. But heating it up by boiling it in water softened it, making it more easier to just rip it off. After adding the lapels and the collar, I added a trim around both of them with milliput. And then I made the V-neck of her shirt. I then moved on to the zips, and then the pockets. I then added the cast of a sleeve using Milliput and a toothpick in order to carve out the details, because as you can see on this figure, this was just bare arms. She had very short sleeves, while the figure doesn't. I then took more bits of Milliput and made these sort of patterns to look like the creases in the jacket. I did it through her arms as well, along with some creases in her shirt. I also added more Milliput to make the edge of the jacket. As you can see, her shirt is poking through there. I sculpted the belt buckle out of Milliput, along with the loops in her jeans, in order for her belt to go through. And speaking of the jeans, I took more Milliput and added the back pockets. Something that was not included on the Rose figure. It was just a square of Milliput, carved out the detail of the stitching and added a small dot in order to show off the button. The final bit of sculpting was the hair. I looked at images of her through the Big Finish covers and the promotional material in order to see what the hair looked like. I took huge blobs of Milliput and covered the whole head in the stuff. I then took a sculpting tool in order to make all the details in the hair and even the parting right here. I did this for the whole hair. Once that was done, I painted it yellow, because in the earlier seasons of Big Finish she was blonde. I took a dark wash to darken the bright yellow and to bring out the detail of the hair. And then I painted the parting black, along with the belt loops and the pockets, that same black. Next was just a matter of painting the rest of the figure. I painted the shirt a light blue, and then took a darker blue, the same blue I used on the Dark Eyes Doctor, and painted the jacket and the arms. The final touch on the figure was just the fact that I painted the belt buckle silver along with the zip. I left the jeans black because, well, I felt that it suited the outfit. And plus, with that picture I found of that particular outfit, it was just from the waist up. And so, this is the making process on my Lucy Miller custom. Speaking of companions to the 8th Doctor, we now move on to Charlie Pollard. This is a similar process to the Lucy Miller custom. The base figure was just a Invasion of Urbane Sarah Jane Adventures Sarah Jane Smith, in which I put the figure in boiling water like the previous figure and removed the hair. Given the different skin tones between Elizabeth Sladen and the woman who plays Charlie Pollard, I don't know the actress's name, I mixed up some skin paint and some white in order to make this skin tone, and painted over the face, and then I repainted the eyebrows. Like the Lucy Miller custom, I took some Milliput and then began sculpting the hair. I took a blob and some strands of Milliput and used a carving tool to get this basic shape, while also carving in the details of the hair, along with the parting. Once I did that, I took some white and some yellow in order to make this light blondish colour. I then painted the parting and the gap underneath her hair black, the same black I used for her eyebrows. The outfit is basically just the outfit from the Sarah Jane figure, but as you can see, I painted the cardigan black instead of this one being pink, and I painted the dress a dark blue rather than the brown and black stripy colour. I also left the boots the same because I felt they were fun on their own. I don't know if this is based on any Big Finish outfit, the outfit is not really based on anything to my knowledge. I just felt that the head sculpt of Sarah Jane matched pretty well to the actress of Charlie Pollard, so I just painted an outfit to make it look different from the Sarah Jane figure. And that's my custom of Charlie Pollard. Not perfect, but it will do as the character. Finally, in order to go on my Dark Eyes Doctor, I decided to make a Dark Eyes Master. The base figure I used was a James Lester from Primeval. As you can see, the first thing I did was remove the head by putting it in boiling water and taking it out. This was the head I later used for my Sherlock Holmes custom. Afterwards I took a toothpick, covered it in milliput and put it down the neck socket. It's a similar process that I've done for my Dark Eyes 8th Doctor and my 12th Doctor. Then using more milliput I made the neck piece, covered around the socket. I then took the head from my Dr. Constantine figure and put it on the body. I made the neck piece mainly because the neck would have been too low. So in order to make it look proportional, I made the neck piece out of milliput in order to make it balance up higher. Then as you can see, the main difference was I brightened up the shirt with white paint and painted the tie completely black. And that's it. Yeah, a simple custom but effective. Admittedly, I could have used a different head given how the figure's not completely bald, but this is just what I had available to me. So if given the chance to do this, I would get a different figure, whether it be a bald one or me just having to cut off all the hair of it, but it'll do for the time being. And so these are my Big Fierce custom figures, and I really liked how they turned out. Yeah, some of them could have done with more work, like I could have given the master an actual bald head, and I could have given Lucy Miller some articulated arms. But yet again, I made them from what I've got, and I'm quite happy with how they turned out. And I'm also planning to do more Big Fierce customs. As you can see, here, this is my work in progress custom of a Viron troop. I think that's how you say it. But in any case, I started this a while ago, don't know if I finish it, but if I do, I'll make a video of it. With that said, I'm pleased with how these customs turned out, so what do you think of them? And is there any other Big Fierce character you want me to make as a custom? Leave your thoughts down below. Until then, I bid you a good day.